You see, after the 1948 riots, Kwame Nkrumah and his own supporters who appeared before the Sir Alan Barnes commission that investigated the riots, because the other leaders of the UGCC had claimed to be absolved from whatever happened. So Nkrumah and his friends, who were actually deep in it, would appear before the committee to tell them that the reason why the people went on demonstration was not because they necessarily wanted money, but they were looking for independence for the whole country. So they changed the story. And at that time, the Gold Coast was Britain's model colony. And so it shook the British internationally that your model colony is fighting for independence. So go and give them independence. It was Nkrumah and his friends who fought for that. And so, to your question, the committee, the Barnes committee, was forced to promulgate a new constitution called the Barnes Constitution, which did away with property ownership. A lot of things went away. Thanks be to Nkrumah and his. Nkrumah states in his autobiography that when he was a very small child, his mother was crossing a stream near Nkrumah, and at a certain point the woman tilted as if to say she had stepped on something. And Nkrumah, at the back of his mother, I mean, he was not that too young, he could talk. He was old enough, but he would not be somebody who could cross the stream. And so he was at the back of the mother. And so when the mother tilted and nearly fell, Nkrumah told the mother that you have stepped on a very big fish. And the mother said, why would you say that when I have my feet in the water and I know that it was not a fish? And he said, it is fish, check and see. And according to Nkrumah, the mother bent, and lo and behold, it was a very big fish. So when he came home, he prepared soup for Nkrumah with that fish. And Nkrumah, the people of Nkrumah say that every Kundum festival, Nkrumah would travel from Accra and join them in the festival, and will go to that river or stream and wash himself in it. And it became like Nkrumah's own river or stream. And it is said by the people of Nkrumah that once Nkrumah came to the town of Nkrumah and saw that the stream had dried up, he poured libation, and that very day, water started filling the stream again. Whether that is true or not, the people of Nkrumah add that anyone who had vied for the presidency of Ghana, anytime they got to Nkrumah to campaign, they had directed them to that water to bath in it in order to identify with Nkrumah and in order to propel them to victory. That is what the people of Nkrumah say to date. In fact, President Atta Mills did it, and he would do that because Atta Mills was an Nkrumahite. President Kufuor did it, and then President Akufo-Addo also did it. But I believe that if they did it, it was not because they wanted to win at all costs. But you should know that when somebody is campaigning to become a president, and you reach a certain community and they tell you, we want to give you this to wear, you will wear. We want you to go and bath in this water so that you will win. You will do it. Because at the end of the day, you are looking for votes. So I don't want us to see it as something mystical or spiritual. but has only political significance and psychological significance. You see, there was one thing unique about Nkrumah. He built Komfanoche, a teaching hospital, and he allowed Asante to give it a name. He built Yasantua Secondary School. He allowed Asante to give it a name. You understand? So that was one thing with Nkrumah, that he was actually at one with the Ashanti people until when he decided not to give them the wild price of cocoa. Then the Ashantis got angry. And then also, those who wanted to overthrow Nkrumah persuaded the Asante to believe that the reason why Ashanti was not governing itself was all because of Kwame Nkrumah. So if they should overthrow Nkrumah, Ashanti will get an opportunity to rule itself. And so, no wonder an Ashanti soldier will spearhead it. And then after the coup, the same Ashanti soldier, Fifa and Bizia, Asante immediately invited them and congratulated them. And as they said, they are and then they showed him a map of Ghana and told him where Ashanti is. How can you form your own country? And then the Asante regretted.